When a well-known politician is convicted of a crime, it's usually front-page news. Pam Rhodes has been talking to a prominent figure who had a very public fall from grace, but says hitting rock bottom in prison brought him closer to God.
Jonathan Aitken was a senior politician in the Conservative Party who, after serving as a defence minister, joined John Major's cabinet as first secretary to the Treasury in the mid-90s. Whilst in office, he was accused by ITV's World in Action programme and the Guardian newspaper of having a corrupt and clandestine relationship with Saudi Arabia. He claimed the allegations weren't true, giving a now infamous speech at Conservative Party headquarters.
If it now falls to me to start a fight to cut out the cancer of bent and twisted journalism in our country with the simple sword of truth and the trusty shield of traditional British fair play, so be it.
He accused the investigative journalists of libeling him, but in court was proved to have lied. He was convicted of perjury and jailed for 18 months.
Move back, please. Keep going. Thank you.
Well, since leaving prison 20 years ago, Jonathan has devoted his life to God and in fact was ordained as a priest in the Church of England in June last year. So I've come here to St Matthew's Church in the heart of Westminster to hear his faith story. Absolutely beautiful. So have you always been a Christian?
Yes, but not a very good Christian. I always had a Christian faith. I think since my childhood, I've always believed, and I've always been some sort of a churchgoer, but nothing like, of course, the degree of commitment which I eventually came.
And a half-Christian faith like that would be very tested when you hit rock bottom.
Yes, it was a very testing time. I sort of slightly got cross with God, but actually not for long. And I decided, even when I was going through the agonies, or I sometimes call defeat, disgrace, divorce, bankruptcy, and jail, even though in the middle of all that, I didn't seem to be getting any answers to prayer. Nevertheless, I sort of stuck with a commitment to prayer and to God, and of course it had some wonderful results.
Before your conviction, you very publicly stated that you were protected by the sword of truth and by the shield of fair play, and yet all the time you've been lying.
Well, I often have to watch with a considerable embarrassment that television clip that I was bluffing it out, fighting back, and telling a lie at the same time. And that was a very, very bad position, a very bad thing to have done. So I've got plenty of remorse about that particular moment. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me. I was naked, and you gave me shelter. I was sick, and you took care of me.
It's taken you 20 years. You've only just become an ordained minister about a year ago. What does the ordination mean to you?
Well, ordination has transformed my life, without any question of doubt. That's because of a number of factors. But first of all, I feel I'm being some real use in the service of God by being a prison chaplain. Time and time again, when I'm doing what I call pastoral work on the wings, when the conversation starts, they sometimes think, well, who is this posh bloke in a dog collar? And then when I say, I was a prisoner once, and then immediately there's a bridge of rapport, and I can do that perhaps more easily because I've been a prisoner myself.
How would you describe your relationship with God now?
A grateful, penitent, rather passionate believer in the God I love and trust, and that makes me feel very well blessed.